The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Texans.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Jackson looking to throw right away.
Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we want to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 1st and 10, it's Patterson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Right side and caught by Kohler. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Back to throw. Greenwood. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Balin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 42 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run, and that's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Tyler Beatty taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that era there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
To throw on 2nd down. Greenwood. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks from 8 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
Play action. Now Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the deep...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ramondre Stevenson from 17 yards out. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him. He doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Jackson now. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. On fourth down is Logan Cook to punt. It's taken to the 26. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
122 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Going for it with Pierce.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. But Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And Jackson throwing once more. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner?
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the deficit at 20.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust, and this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Finds his man, it's John Mechie.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Looking to throw. Greenwood, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we're at halftime.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Pierce now up the middle. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This is caught. It's Cooks. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone will come free.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. On first down, Greenwood. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Greenwood. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bailey.
And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because
touchdown! O.J. Howard from 10 yards out.
And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Out left side here to Bryant. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And he will have a Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Patterson running between the tackles. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Once more, they turn to Patterson.
They'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
It's caught by Bryant. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. Now it's Jackson.
Again to Bryant, and again it's caught.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. To throw again is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take?
Back now in Houston.
Here we go.
It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Greenwood. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. 48 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Following the fumble recovery, Greenwood looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Flushed out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Bryant with a catch right side.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
Pass out left finds Kohler. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Again, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Jackson now. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. A rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Middle. Hey, middle. Report.
Patterson.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
And they'll run again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Ravens ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Jackson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That good for 19 and a first down. Beginning of the season, they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.